Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Happy post WrestleMania. Today is April 8th, Monday, April the 8th, 2019, and I'm on here for the post WrestleMania. 35 is now in the books, and just my thoughts on here for a little bit. And it was an amazing show. I actually stood up and watched the whole 7.5 hours of it, which I think is a little insane. A pro wrestling pay-per-view event lasting 7.5 hours. It started at 5 p.m. and ended at 12, almost 12:30 in the morning Eastern, New York. So it was crazy. But it was an exciting event. A lot of action, and pretty much the fans got what they wanted for the most part. All the favorites won. Of course, Kofi Mania ran supreme and is running wild now in the WWE as Kofi Kingston captured his first WWE Championship, and a historic night for him. His journey for over a decade, and is finally elevated up to the main event status, as WWE Champion. He's the second African American World Heavyweight Champion, I believe, or third. Well, the first one from African descent, from Africa, So that's a historic accomplishment for him, and well-deserved for him, a victory, over Daniel Bryan. And it was just funny because like 5 years ago, WrestleMania 30, Daniel Bryan was in Kofi Kingston's spot. He was the underdog, the underdog story and everything, and fighting the system. And then 5 years later, the roles are reversed, and Daniel Bryan's, like the corporate champion, and then Kofi's the people's champion, if you will. So that was exciting with that. And then, of course, you had the showdown, the no holds barred match between Triple H put his career on the line against Batista. And that was an interesting match. It was a little bit, back and forth, and that a little slower paced and stuff like that. But Triple H prevailed, and his career remains intact. Actually, Batista announced his retirement afterwards online on Twitter. So I guess both careers were on the line, and that was a good, if that was Batista's final match, in professional wrestling, sports entertainment, with the WWE, that was a way to go out, on WrestleMania, against Triple H. So you got Seth Rollins defeated Brock Lesnar to open the show and to become Universal Champion. So there you go with that. Of course, Lesnar dropped the belt because he's going back to UFC and will be competing against Daniel Cormier for the heavyweight championship, perhaps this as early as this summer in UFC. So stay tuned for that. And you got a lot of matches. Baron Corbin wrestled Kurt Angle in his final match and got the victory over him. Bittersweet, but as they say, no vet goes out on top in his final match. For the most part, except for me. But anyway, so you got that, and then you got Joe with a quick victory over Rey Mysterio to retain the U.S. title, and you got Finn Balor with a quick victory, the Demon King, to recapture the Intercontinental title over Bobby Lashley, and then so then you have definitely the main event of WrestleMania. And it's Ronda Rousey, the man, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair, for the undisputed Women's Championship. Both titles on the line for Raw and SmackDown women's titles. And a controversial finish. I felt like the ending was a little underwhelming. It was a bit because the build-up was so huge for months and months. And they've been building up Ronda Rousey for the past year. And then you finally get the match between them three, and it was lackluster. I don't know if it was a blotch pin or not. I guess that's what they're trying to portray. It was a fluke loss for Ronda Rousey. So if and when she comes back into the fold, she won't look too bad. But Becky Lynch is the undisputed women's champion of the world for WWE, and much deserving for her. as she busted her ass and earned the opportunity, and she had the fans' support, just like Kofi Kingston. So she is now the undisputed women's champion. So overall, it was a great show. I enjoyed it a lot, and I can't wait to see next year's WrestleMania, to see what to come. But there you go. That's my thoughts for a few minutes on WrestleMania 35. And as we get ready for Raw tonight in the Barclays, the post WrestleMania Raw, and there you go. So stay tuned for that. So for now, this is the Loudmouth, and of course, follow me on Twitter at RealBigTimeJ, and on Instagram, Captain Clutch 80. And of course, on YouTube, our YouTube channel, BTST Radio TV. That's BTST Radio TV. We have episodes every week on YouTube and bi-weekly on Manhattan Cable. And hopefully we're not glitching out here too much. I don't know. But yeah, so just stay tuned. I'll be back on for more. And we have a new episode coming up this weekend. So stay tuned. All right, this is the Loudmouth for now, signing off. And hope everybody enjoyed WrestleMania 35. And I'll check you guys out again soon. Again, this is the Loudmouth, BTST Radio TV.